Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 4 of the Glove Cities podcast with yours truly, Toby LaGrange. On this episode, we're going to talk about one of the many things that the leaders of the Glove Cities need to take care of if we have any hope of bringing Gloversville and Johnstown back to life. That one thing is blight. Blight is defined as an ugly, neglected, or run-down condition of an urban area. And boy, Gloversville and Johnstown certainly have those. Let's take a look at Gloversville, for example. If you were to hop in your car and drive around the city finding an ugly, abandoned factory, mill, or warehouse is not a very hard thing to do. From the safety of your vehicle, you'll likely be asking yourself, why are these rat and squatter-infested buildings allowed to be here? And make no mistake about it, you certainly would need to do this from the relative safety of your vehicle because, let's face it, most of these areas are not safe to walk in during the daylight hours, let alone after the sun goes down. The answer to the aforementioned question and to why you need the relative safety of your car resides in City Hall. The blight, the crime, and substance abuse does not fall solely on the shoulders of Mayor DeSantis or the current City Council. It's a shared blame that goes back many years and administrations and crosses party lines many times. While Mayor DeSantis may not be one of my favorite residents of City Hall in history, he certainly cannot and should not shoulder all of the blame. These issues go back generations, and that blame is equally shared by all. It's not one decision that has brought this on. It's decade after decade of decisions that fall on the shoulders of many prior to DeSantis. At the end of the day, whoever sits in City Hall needs to forget about trivial things such as random parks, artist housing, and while it certainly has a place in a vibrant Gloversville, the Glove Theater. The point of sinking money into the Glove is to bring it back to life for the enjoyment of residents and visitors alike. Again, that's a good thing. But when those visitors come in and see the sad and disgusting blight, they see the homelessness and the unsafe areas, do you really think they will return? Do you really think they will spread the word that the Glove is a must-see? No, they will not. The only thing that has spread is how unkept, unsafe, and undesirable the area really is. So the real question is, how do we fix this? Well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out how. But it does take a politician who doesn't care about politics, which can be just as hard to find sometimes. The answer really is simple, though. Get rid of the old, abandoned factories and mills and falling down buildings, and stop harassing the general public over having the grass a half an inch too tall or for having their junk out a few hours too soon for junk day. Stop pestering the elderly homeowners to have their siding redone and start demolishing the rat and squatter traps that these abandoned buildings have become. At the end of the day, Gloversville and Johnstown can be great again. We can attract new businesses, new events, and yes, have a thriving Glove Theater, but none of that will ever happen as long as these disgusting and downright sad visuals remain. There may be light at the end of the tunnel, as Gloversville has a new mayor and a new regime getting ready to call City Hall home. After all, it's not rocket science, it's just common sense. Then again, maybe that is just too much to ask for. We'll see you next time right here on the Glove Cities podcast.